It's gonna be a gray, cloudy day. It's gonna be a gray, cloudy day. Good morning. Sunday morning, April 21st, day after 420. Welcome to the channel. It's Gray Cloudy Day channel. I am Gray Cloud, Sage of the Eternal Moment. If you could, I'm just gonna ask if you'd hit the like button while you're watching right now. If you are watching, just hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed, think about it if you like anything I'm putting out here on the channel. Okay, today is Sunday, of course. I do plan on going to church this morning. I'm just making a short, kind of just Sunday morning thoughts type thing. I don't know what I'm going to title this video, but these are usually titled something to that extent, like before church or whatever. It's not an official reading from any kind of book per se. And if you've been watching, then you'll notice this past week I did put up some videos, but not as many as I normally do. At least I know a couple of days, if I remember correctly, at least a couple of days I did not do anything from 50 things that really matter. I know I did read from there several different times, but I was thinking, I'm not quite sure if I did on Friday or not. I know the last one I read was Flowers, so that might have been Thursday. Because I did have an appointment Thursday morning, and I went, and so they changed my dressing. If you don't know, I had that thing on my back lanced last week, and had it lanced on Wednesday, or maybe it was Thursday. Went back on Friday for the dressing change, and then I had kind of a deal with all day Friday, the tape not wanting to stick from the first dressing that they put on from the office, like when they changed it out Friday, to when I got here. And I had to wait for my neighbor Betty to get like done doing whatever where she was at, or she had to be gone for a little while. When she got in, I had her redo some of the dressing, but then it was wanting to stay off or come off. At one point, I wrapped a piece of the paper type tape that don't really stick well, but I wrapped it all the way around my gut, trying to hold the thing on temporarily until she had got back. And then she got back, she put the new dressing on, and then it wanted to come off like it wasn't that long afterwards. I think what was going on was the humidity. It was pretty warm that day, and there was some humidity going on because, like some rain coming in or gonna be coming, and or either there was rain the night before. I can't remember. I was sweating quite a bit that day. So, when you're like that, because yesterday, and I'm sure everybody really wanted to hear all this, but I'm just making a little video to kind of put up because I didn't do one on Friday that I remember. If I did anything on Friday, it would have been probably a short, and I'm not even sure about that. Might have put up some pictures, and if I did put pictures up, I think those pictures were from the day before, because I did take some pretty cool pictures Thursday when I went down on the transportation service, because I had to kill a few hours after the appointment on Thursday when they lanced my back. But the thing is, I could go. I could technically, realistically, I could have my dressing changed this morning. But yesterday morning, I'm called my neighbor Betty, and she woke up, or she was already awake, and she went ahead and got up so I could come over there, and she changed it out for me. But this morning, it's not coming off. It's just I can see where through the middle of the night, through the night from yesterday when she put this new bandage on yesterday evening to this morning, you can see where the drainage is coming through the old the gauze, the padding. But the tape is holding, and so I'm probably I've opted not to try to bother her this morning. It's cool, it's windy, it's actually a chance of rain up till about 10 or something. It's cloudy out. It's supposed to break later and be a little bit up to 60 something, but right now it's still cool and windy. And if this dressing will stay on my back for me to go to church and it not bother me or come off, hopefully I'm going to deal with it and just go on to church. And then when I get done from there, if Betty's home, hopefully I can have the stuff changed out. Then come home and just relax and rest. That's what I've been doing, kind of. I have been doing a lot of studying. I'm reading from the Only Freedom still and Conscious Union with God, although I haven't read from that since probably Friday. But I've been really into the Only Freedom. I did a little scripture reading this morning from Psalms. Psalm 60 something. I read 2 or 3 of them. And I'm just kind of enjoying being alive, regardless of some of the downs and stuff in some of the days. Sometimes, anytime I'm dealing with stuff like this physically, it's not really that. I think I deal with these type of things a lot easier than any of the mental stuff that goes on with me sometimes. And that mental stuff is usually just because I fell out of practice some of the spiritual stuff. You'll hear me say that over and over. But I'm going to probably end it here. I think that's a good note to end it on, is that if you're finding yourself out of sync somehow, I don't know what your routines are, but if you have any kind of daily routine of meditations, reading, studying, conscious contact with God, or whatever it is that it's probably the same thing that I'm just using the word God to describe something that the human mind can't hardly comprehend anyway. A lot of times I tell people Star Wars taught me more about God than church did when I was a kid. It makes more sense. I see God as invisible. He's invisible, but it can come in form, in any form. Burning bushes, for instance, clouds. There's a reason I'm Gray Cloud also. We'll talk about that one day, maybe. I don't know. Never really told anybody. No, I mean, I've told some things, but never. Oh, gosh. Anyway, puppy's whining. That's a signal. It's long enough. Until next time, it's old Gray Cloud here, Sage of the Eternal Moment. Hit that like button, subscribe if you can. Share the video everywhere, please. Tell people about it. We're going to go somewhere. Not just me. It's not all about Gray Cloud. You got to see that. You got to understand that. It's going to be about people here. Core people that have been on since the very beginning and even in now, because it's still in the new, fresh state. Even though I've been doing this a few years, it's still rolling. It's getting better. And I sense whatever God's got ahead of us. And it's going to take more than just me. So, ditto means I love you.